100%. Well, let's talk about that. So when did you officially start? Like today marks the mark. I'm no longer doing this no more.
Back in August.
Okay.
Back in August of this year.
Okay, so you've been about 3 months strong. August, September, October.
I have failed.
Yeah, for sure. But you got
on
back
the journey,
out, got busted in the mouth, but got back out. Okay.
I had by August, the last guy that I was kind of digging or whatever, he was a little off, and my spirit didn't sit right with him, and I knew it, but I kept trying to find a way around it. And he said something to me one day. He said, "My demon like your demon."
Wow.
And I just looked at him and I was like, "What?" And he just gave a laugh, like an evil laugh.
Yeah.
And it kind of just spooked me a little bit because your demon like my demon didn't sit well. Like, I don't want my demon to like your demon. I don't even want my demon in there at all. So I felt like he recognized a spirit on me that I needed to get out of me.
Yeah.
Like, it spooked me to the point where I think I just stopped talking to him cold turkey. Cut off completely. And that's when I knew it was time for me to just settle down and just wait on God, which requires a lot of patience.
What did that look like? Because before you started in August, but then when the slip up happened, like was it a genuine slip up, or was it like, man, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. I'm weak. I really want to do this, so I'm gonna just do it this time, and then I'm gonna just get back on. Kind of like when you're doing working out, and you're like, I ain't going to the gym today. I'll just pick back up tomorrow. Was it like that, or was it like a genuine?
It was genuine day, like because I was helping a friend that I've known for over 20 years, and we've been off and on or whatever for the past few years, and I just helped. A tree fell on his house during hurricane season, and he needed us somewhere to stay, so I let him come over, and it just, I didn't want to, and I kept saying no, and I'm talking to myself in my head. He knew the journey I was on.
Yeah.
But he still kept pushing.
Yeah.
And so when it finally did happen, I probably wasn't 5-10 minutes into it, and I started crying.
Wow.
I pushed him off me and went in the bathroom, prayed, and was just like asking God, please forgive me.
Wow.
Because to me, it felt like the Lord was sitting right there watching me the whole time. So I've never felt like that before. I done said I was gonna start having sex before, and I had finished.
Yeah.
Like, but this time I couldn't. My spirit wouldn't even allow me to finish. I felt horrible afterwards. So I mean, my spiritual counselor, she was just like, it's growth. She was like, you're growing. She was like, because if you would normally just do it with no problem, she was like, and now you feel away. She was like, that conviction, 100%. Like it's just
100%. Wow, that's so. How do you fail or fall as a believer without condemning yourself?
I had to keep telling myself that God forgives you. Don't beat yourself up, because immediately it will, that guilt. Like I sat outside for a little bit afterwards, and he was just like, I feel so bad. And then my flesh was like, bruh, no you don't. Like, you knew what you was doing. Like, you already knew the situation. But he likes to play victim a lot. So that, I had to sit outside and actually talk to myself and just be like, God still loves you. It's okay. I have an app on my phone that keeps track of things that you want to quit. And I was so mad I had to start over on that thing. I was like, man, I don't want to start over. Can we just act like it didn't happen?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like I ain't doing it for a long time, so I was like, it really didn't happen.
Wow, that's crazy. So since then, so now, what is your? Because now I'm guessing it's more so prevention now.
Yeah.
Like, so what are you doing to not even put if you are doing this, are you doing anything to not even put yourself in situations to where you may fall a victim of, your flesh being weak? Do you move differently? Do you have a new set of boundaries now? Or like, what about that?
I tried to still date, but I would feel myself, even when it came down to communicating or texting, or talking on the phone with someone, my flesh will override and be like, just ask me to come over, just ask me to come over, y'all ain't gotta do nothing. And I done had a couple close calls, so now it's just like, I don't think I wanna date at all right now. I don't wanna miss my husband, but right now, I think it's just needs to be me and God.
Yeah. You gotta build up more of a...
I need a more self-control and and I'm not afraid to admit it. I have no self-control right now. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, so when I want something, I want it and I go after it. But now I'm trying to put myself in like a box, like I'm only God's right now.
Yeah.
So right now I have... My phone is dry as a desert. I hate it sometimes though.
But you want to know something that's funny though? When I hear people say that, it really just reveals to you that the activity that you did have coming through the phone, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't worthy.
It wasn't real.
Yeah, it was just, for those reasons. Because if now I'm on this path and there's no other men that's trying to be on that same path or already on that path, then the ones that was giving you time, they was only really giving you time for a specific thing in return. So it's kind of like I always was told, and this is stuff that I tell my daughter now, she only 9, she ain't even thinking about no dating, but it's like, if you really want to see how serious a male is pertaining to you, then don't do that with him.
You'll really see.
And you'll find out if he's genuine about who you are as an individual, as a woman, or if he's just interested in you because of how you look or because of what he wants to get from you.
Right.
So it really weeds out a lot of people that's not for you. So I believe you actually moving closer to your husband by refraining from having sex.
I never thought about it as my pastor said one time, that person that you're sleeping with that's not your husband, he's hiding you. Like, your husband can't even see you
100%.
because, you got this man, that man, or whatever situation going on. You can't see.
Yeah, he's occupying the space. And it's so crazy you say that because it's like anytime, like I was reading a book and it said if you want a new car, you got to create the space for it. So your old car, get rid of the old car so you can create the space for something new. If you want new clothes, throw away all your clothes that don't fit no more so you can make room for the new. And when we deal with people that's not moving in the direction of God's love and God's standard of relationships and marriage, all we're doing is having somebody in the space of our husband, and they're just occupying that space. So our husband and wives never can rightfully take their spot because it's already occupied.
Wasting time.
It's already 100%.
Don't waste a whole bunch of time.
And then too, look at all of the shoot, because people don't realize this. Every time you lay down with a person, you create a blood covenant with them. Like, people don't realize that. Every time, because the woman's vagina is no different than the veil that was rent when Yeshua passed away, right? Which is why when a woman is a virgin, she literally has a veil, which we, from the hood, we call it popping a woman's cherry. Right? So the only person that's even supposed to enter into the Holy of Holies is your husband. Because the word says when a man and woman becomes one, that becoming one also through marriage, but becoming one is through the man entering into the woman. Y'all become one being. That's a reference of sex. So every time you enter into sex with a person, that's a covenant.
Basically, you marrying them.
Yeah, absolutely. Now watch this. You marrying the person, but you're not upholding your covenant. And the word already tells us how God feels about covenant breakers.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely, right? So you protecting yourself too, not only from soul ties, from covenants that you're not going to keep, and then all of the insecurities and the spirits and the traumas and the triggers that person has wrapped up in their soul.
Right in you.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely. So even when you do find your person, it's like now you got to do all this unnecessary work just to get to a baseline because of the years of being in the field.
You don't want to compare anybody.
Oh man. Oh man. And I was watching this video with Dr. Umar, and he was like, one of the reasons God didn't want us having premarital sex is because premarital sex allows you to develop preferences. So now the person that's supposed to be yours, because they ain't as freaky as them other ones that you done dealt with, now you want to overlook her. Because you done went out there and built up some preferences. You know what I mean? So
it's the freakiest person, probably somebody you don't need to be with anyway. So that's, man, but they want to test drive it before, they marry it. And I believe now, I believe that God knows what's best for you. He knows what you need. So God know you like X, Y, and Z in the bedroom.
Absolutely.
He gonna send you the right person.
Absolutely.
And if not, he's gonna send you somebody that's willing to be taught how to do those
100%.
things. So now I just don't even, I think we lack trust in God.
Yeah.
And in this season, I'm learning to trust Him more and more, because how you gonna trust God with your finances, but then you don't trust that He gonna send you the right soulmate?
That's true.
That's crazy.
That's true. Because what you're saying is, I trust you with this, but not this. So I need to take the charge on this one.
Right.
I'm more suitable than you to find me a mate than you.
Right. It don't make sense
at all.
It don't make sense. So you gotta trust God wholeheartedly all the way around. So, and it's not easy. You wanna, take control, but in the past, my decisions never. I've been married by now. You see, I'm still single. 36, still single. So clearly, my decisions ain't been right. So let me just sit down and just do it God way.
Okay.
Now it's time to do it God way. I hate that I had to go through everything I wish to, but that's why I tell my children, just go straight through God way now.
Yes.
And it knocks off all the confusion and aggravation that you gotta go through. I even told them that when it's time to go to school, after high school, go straight for your career that you wanted to, your dream then. Don't pause and wait, take a gap year or whatever like that, because then you're gonna start working and all you're gonna think about is money.
Yeah.
Money. You're not gonna think about going to school, staying at home while you're still getting taken care of. And then by the time you're 26, you done graduated.
Yeah.
You got your career job. Instead of waiting 10, 15 years and then decide that, I really want to do X, Y, and Z. So, I just try to look at everything and say.
That's really good advice, because pursuing purpose keeps you out of most times, I don't say all the time, but pursuing purpose most times keep you out of all of these different things, like having kids at the wrong time. And getting into toxic situations that just destroy your inner being. When you purpose driven, which is given to you from Yahweh, it keeps you focused, and because to even fulfill that purpose, His Spirit is feeding you.
Right.
And when His Spirit is constantly feeding you, your discernment is heightened.
Right.
And it's easier to dodge certain things because you walking with Him, versus I got out of high school and I didn't go to college straight off. and I didn't have no purpose, I didn't have no goal. I just started making money, spending money on the sin that I was in.
Right.
Which was being a serial fornicator.
Right.
Right? So get money, buy Jordans, buy Levi's. At the time, that was a big thing. Levi's.
Right.
And I was just spending money on women, taking them to hotels, going out of town, just...
You don't really realize how much money you
just blowing money on foolish, blowing money on sin. That's really all it was.
Right.
And that does nothing. It's a black hole that never has an end. And once you realize it's not going anywhere, and once you realize how much damage done happened to you internally because of it, it's like, man, I just wasted literally 10 years of my life.
Quickly.
And it goes by very quick.
Quickly.
So with that being said, 10 years, if you can go back 10 years, so you will be 26. If you can go back to 26, what would you tell yourself at 26 with the new information you have today?
Ooh, 26.
26.
Oh my God. I was wild at 26.